Hello, and welcome to this exciting episode of the Wonder Tooth podcast. Today, I am going to talk about how I was able to build the biggest, most luxurious dental office in the United States, if not in the world. So how did I do it? Why did I do it? I think why is much more important than before I move on, I want you to put a code, which is code 51, Dent 51, DENT 51, and this is to get a free consultation for implant dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, or whitening. I'm gonna put the code in the show notes as well. Make sure you write it down. And if you like the episode, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. And I want you to write in the comments below, let me know about what are your experiences in the dental offices you go to. I really want to learn from you. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Radwa Saad, and I am a dentist licensed to practice actually in the United States, as well as in Canada and in Egypt. I have over 20 years of dental experience. I've done it all. I worked so hard in my life, and I did so many continuing education, training, you name it. And I also hold a master's degree in implant dentistry, which is basically implant placement as well as implant restoration from the International Congress of Oral Implantologists. And I am the past president of Mercer Dental Society, which is part of the New Jersey Dental Association where I practice, and the American Dental Association. And I am holding a position in the executive board of Mercer Dental Society. So what's going on? Why did I decide to build the most luxurious dental office in the US, if not in the world? So I've been doing dentistry for over 20 years. And I love to connect with people. I love to talk to people. I love to communicate with them. We just talk about life in general, what you like to cook. And, I like that. I enjoy it, actually. So a big part of the problem that I found was people would come to my office and say, I like you as a person, but I don't like to be here. I don't want to be in the dental office. And I really thought about it. I mean, of course, it's a very... you're working in a very intimate area, of the body. So you're very close to the patient, like it's a lot going on. So I decided I want to build something that would minimize that anxiety and make the people feel at ease and feel actually happy to be going to the dental office, not dreading, oh my God, I have a dental appointment. I don't want to go to my dentist. No, now the people, they come to the office and they're like, can we stay a little bit longer? Can we just hang out? I'm serious. These are, and I say they are compliments, but these are the remarks that I have been getting now, starting when I opened my office, my new practice, basically. So what did I do? What did I make different? It's not just about the luxury. You see, luxury is not just about the aesthetics. It's about the whole experience. So what did I do? I'll show you actually what I did. So quickly, let's go back. I owned a dental practice, a small practice in New Jersey, and we were expanding. We were just growing. I just didn't know where to put things anymore. We had a small consultation room. I took over it and I started to put my equipment, my digital dentistry. I'm very big in digital dentistry, so that's what we really call state-of-the-art dental office. It's the CAD/CAM technology. It's the computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing. It's the 3D milling machines. It's the 3D printers. It's the 3D scanners. It's a whole world of digital dentistry going on out there. And I had to be part of it. 3D x-ray machine, they talk to the 3D printers, everything worked together. And basically we have what we call a digital workflow. So we can do a lot of things in the office without sending stuff to the lab, which saves the patient time and energy, and saves us also time and energy, and we just provide a great service to the patient. But we were growing that space. It was insane. It was a small office. We were outgrowing it, and I was like, it's time for us to move. The last few minutes in the office, our old office, it looks very weird without the equipment, the furniture. We spent 8.5 years in this place, and yeah, it's time to move on to our new beautiful building. Thank you all for your support and see you soon. Take care. Bye. But I need somewhere beautiful because I like pretty things. I mean, yeah, you know, I like pretty things. So I said, I want something that's very different, but my big focus is going to be at how can I use the new place and minimize the dental anxiety, minimize the fear of going to the dentist for the patients. You might think this is a little crazy, but I actually did it. I actually created a whole new concept. It's called nature infused dentistry. There is actually an article about it if you Google it. If you Google my name and write nature infused dentistry, you're going to see the article. But basically, I love nature and I like to stay outside. I like the trees, I like the plants, and I like the nature in general. And I really think nature can make you feel much more comfortable if you are really connected to it. So what I did, after looking in a million places, like many buildings, many offices, I decided I'm actually gonna build an office. I'm gonna build an office from scratch. Even though I had an office already, I said, I'm gonna build something so pretty and so phenomenal and so magnificent that the people would be so happy to come to the office and be like, okay, we are happy to be here. We wanna be part of this. So I found this beautiful piece of property, really. It's in Princeton, in New Jersey. I don't know if you're aware of it, but Princeton is like in the middle, in the center of New Jersey, right next to Princeton University. It's like 5 minutes away. Beautiful big piece of land, 3.2 acres. It's a 3.2 acres piece of land. Can you believe that? And the building is right in the middle. And there is nothing around us but big mature trees. Big, huge mature trees. And I'm talking like 100 and 120 years old mature trees. So that was the view. And I went and I was like, oh my God, that view is phenomenal. Forget about the building one is just to be completely demolished and rebuilt all over again. But the view and the trees, I was like, you can have the best location, which is very important actually in a dental office, but the view outside. Before that, we had a view over a parking lot and cars moving around. Like what was that? I didn't like it. So this time I had big trees and the red maple and the green maple and a whole bunch of trees. It's phenomenal. And I said, I'm gonna build a dental office here. And everybody thought I was crazy. And they were like, this is a lot of work. Why would you do that? Just get a bigger, condo or something. And then I said, no, this is where I'm gonna put my dental office. It was not an easy process at all. And a lot of my patients, they already know what I've been through because the building itself, it was not zoned as a dental office. I don't know if you're aware, but in the United States, things have to be zoned like in a certain way. So this piece of land was zoned as environmental protect. I'm getting a little too technical now. So we had to go through zoning and township and lawyers and architects and engineer and a whole lot of like big drama, probably for a year or a year and a half. But the vision, I had the vision, it was in my head. And I said, this vision on the paper, I'm gonna have this in 3D, in reality, in front of me. And this view that I saw the first time, I want my patients to enjoy this. This is really how I thought about it. I didn't really think, oh, I just want a pretty, I just was like, this is what I want my patients to look at. The trees and the nature and the sky and the birds. So eventually I succeeded. We were granted the zoning and we started the build out. And the old building was a mess, complete mess. So we had to gut the whole thing out.
I told you, like, they're ripped off the wall.
We had to put new beams. We had to build the whole thing. But that was my time to build something that I would be very proud of. So my office is on a 3,000 square feet. This is big compared to other dental. This is pretty, good, large size. And I made it so nice and so minimalistic. And because I didn't want the clutter. I don't want too many things, too much distraction. I just wanted something clean, simple, clean cut, and just minimal. And you know what? It makes you feel much more comfortable. The colors of the walls, we selected very light, like very, very light gray, almost whitish. The floors were very like a neutral color, like grayish, tan, kind of. Very relaxing environment. Then I had my architect, and he is a phenomenal man. And he has a PhD from Princeton, has tons of experience, and he decided the entrance of the building, he is going to make it so magnificent that when you come through the building, you'll be like, wait a minute, where am I? So basically, he opened the whole roof and we built a whole extension. So now my entrance into the building is like 18 feet high. Look, 18 feet high. It's like a lobby. Patient, they come, it's like, we feel like we're in a lobby of a 5-star hotel. And I just laugh and I said, well, kind of, yeah. And then we put those beautiful big chandelier. I'm gonna show you the pictures. And then the main theme really of the office was Dent Blanche. Dent Blanche, if you don't know what it is, so in French, it means white tooth, but it's also one of the highest peaks in the Alps in Switzerland. And there is a big story, personal story actually behind it. And I tell it to my patients and they laugh about it and I laugh too. But remember when I said everybody has their own fears? I have fears of height. I don't really do heights. Come on. Who else has fears of heights here? Because this is not for me. Anyway, few years ago, before, COVID and the whole thing, we were visiting Switzerland. I found a place. I said, oh, this is a nice, nice hotel. Okay, let's go. And I looked at like on Google Map. Okay, we can drive. We get to that little town. And where is the place? They say it's all the way up. And I said, no. It says it's here. And they said, no, it's all the way up on the Alps. And I said, what? And they said, well, because GPS cannot really tell you. So they put the closest town. Imagine how I felt. I almost died. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die here. And I'm serious now, because if you haven't been to Switzerland or the Alps, okay, they have tiny winding roads like this, no fence, and it's like a dirt road. It's not like dirt. And you could be going and there is a car coming in front of you. And I said, this is it. Oh my God, what was I thinking?
It's me, Keith and Adventure. Right now, look at the house.
Anyway, we go all the way up. And I said, I'm staying here the whole vacation. I'm not going anywhere. They have a pizzeria. I'm not going anywhere. But the first thing in the morning, I open my window and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, that mountain in front of me has teeth. And my husband was laughing at me and he goes, everything goes like teeth for you. And I said, I'm not joking. Look, it has teeth. Of course, he thought I was bluffing. I go and I'm asking the receptionist, what's the name of that mountain? And it says it's Dent Blanche. Because when the snow comes on it, it looks like a white tooth. And I said, that's a sign for me. Guys, if you believe in signs, you have to write in the comments below, because I believe in signs too. And I said, this is a sign for me. I have to move out of my old office. I have to put a Dent Blanche somewhere. I have to. It's talking to me somehow. Anyway, so that was my opportunity to actually build Dent Blanche. So the whole theme in the office is the mountain. And my logo is the mountain with the tooth on top of it. And that's why the whole ceiling now is all lifted up all the way 18 feet high, because it's a mountain. selected, like even the roof, it looks like up and down, looks like a mountain. My architect is amazing. And then I selected that dark gray wall, and we put the logo, and it's incredible. And then I wanted to put little stars, and then I had the big chandelier to give you like the feel of the universe. If you are on the mountain at night and you're looking and you see the stars and you see the universe, and it just makes you feel happy. It makes me feel happy. Then I decided I want to have also some privacy for each dental room. So now each room, I made sure that there is a huge wall now overlooking the backyard.
Go.
Those big mature trees, I wanted the patient, when you're sitting in the chair, that's gonna be your view. You're sitting and you're seeing those huge trees around you with birds. We have a whole bunch of blue jays and birds in my property. It's incredible. So they come around, cardinals are swinging by. Sometimes if we're lucky enough, we see like a deer or two walking by. It's incredible. And that was not enough for me. I said, how can I elevate this to the next level? Because I'm always thinking, and I'm thinking now from the patient perspective. I did a little survey. What would make you feel, happy and comfortable? So I said, I'm gonna put these huge big TV screens on the side, like literally, so you're facing now the window. On the side, you have a huge TV where we're putting now destination like traveling areas. Okay, we're in Bali today, we're visiting Italy today, and we just travel with them. And I talked to the patient and we're traveling with them literally while we close that custom made door, and we're just talking and having fun, and patients are enjoying themselves. But that was not enough also. I said, now that we are taking time to, fabricate, I didn't tell you that part, but we have the opportunity to actually fabricate dental crowns, dental veneers, dental bridges, implant crowns on the same day. So it takes a little time. So it takes like sometimes an hour and a half for your appointment. So you're sitting, of course you're looking outside in the view, and some people, they just get lost with the travel destination and they're like, oh, I think I know where I'm gonna go on my next trip. But I said, while we're doing that, why don't you get a massage? And we put like little massage chairs, and now they are enjoying the view with the little massage, while they're waiting for the crowns and the veneer, the permanent ones, to be cemented on that same day. But that also was not enough. So what else did I do? I have a nice room. It's for conference, and I turned it into an executive suite. We have a lot of our patients are executives, like a CEO of such company or a CFO of such company. They're busy. They have to get work done. And I said, okay. And some of them, they have meetings. They cannot wait for 2 hours. They have a meeting. I have a Zoom meeting in like half an hour. Are we going to be done? I said, we're not going to be done, but you're going to have your meeting. So we have a nice desk in that, in that little room. It's not really a small room. It's a big room. And they have the little coffee machine. They get access to the Wi-Fi. They have a door. They're closed. They're completely private. And they do their meetings. Talking about the next level of dentistry. And that was not enough as well. So what else did I do? I know I'm just like all over the place. When I built that building, in the back, there was a huge old neglected pool. Huge, like 40 feet by 40 feet, 6-7 feet deep. It was horrible, and the trees were growing through it. And I said, I'm gonna transform this to something magnificent. And everybody told me, just fill it, don't worry about it, we'll put a cover until you're ready for it. And I said, this is not going to be the view from the dental office. I want my patients, when they're sitting, I want them to see something next to the trees. I want them to see something phenomenal. So I decided to build a huge koi fish pond with waterfalls. And I'm talking huge, 40 feet by 40 feet with waterfalls and rocks, all custom made koi fish. That was my big like basically I had to give this to myself because I always wanted a koi fish pond. Kois are just one of the most beautiful animals on the planet. They're very beautiful, they're very happy, makes you feel happy. So the patient now, before they come to their appointment, they go check on the fish, see how they're doing. And of course, our fish are so happy, so they made some babies too. So it's time to feed the fish. And sometimes when the patient is sitting waiting on their crown or veneer, they will give them some food and they go feed the fish, take pictures with the fish. It's incredible. They start to count them, but then my fish are so evasive, so they can't do that. And that was not enough as well. So believe it or not, we also have a helicopter pad in my front yard. Remember, we have a 3.2 acres. So I think that can be considered the most luxurious dental office in the US. Don't you agree? If you agree with me, please tell me below here, write in the comments, yes, we agree that this is the most luxurious dental office. But that was not enough too. We have the best trained dental team in the world. My team are so very well trained that basically we don't even have to talk. We communicate with eyes. They are so well trained. They know how to take care of patients. They know how to handle anxious patients. We just literally look at each other. We know what needs to be done and it's done on the spot. And they are very phenomenal. They're very informative. They're very helpful and they're very welcoming and very and happy and smiling. And they like to go feed the fish, obviously, as well. So with all of this, I said, now it's our time to really, take this to the next level of dentistry. And that's why my logo is Elevated Dentistry, because we create very personalized dental treatment plans. It's like, oh, everybody needs fillings, everybody needs crowns, everybody needs... No, it's very personalized, and we like to take our time and our pride to explain to the patient, this is what needs to be done. And I like to put on that big, remember the big 55-inch TV? I put the x-rays there, we take intraoral picture, I put them out there, and I started to show them to the patient and be like, okay, this is what we need to do because of this and this and that. And they understand, and then education, right? This whole podcast is about education because I like to explain things, and if you know what's going on, then you are going to take care of it, right? So I think this is really the big story behind Dent Blanche. And because Dent Blanche is not just a dental office, it's a whole experience. So I also decided that we need to be involved in the community like big time. So we did last year, actually we're gonna do it again, a senior day, which is basically we invited the seniors from our community to come to the office to get, the checkups and cleanings, complimentary, to get all of that done. We also help we are involved in a couple of nonprofit organizations. One of them is about domestic violence and how that can be prevented, so we are partnering with them. We're also partnering with the Main Street organization. So we just have like sometimes little festivals, and we're just trying to sponsor, just to have create some fun in the community as well. And on the bigger level too, Dent Blanche is very involved too in cancer research. So we try to donate towards cancer research. We are partnering with Gabrielle's Angels in New York City to try to end cancer and to fight the treatment, and basically to try to help in the research to end cancer. And if anybody is involved, this is a great opportunity to actually to donate to them as well. Now, what is the future of Dent Blanche Dental? That's a good question, because I like to think always about the next level. So there are very exciting opportunities coming up. I cannot say anything yet, but exciting things are coming. And stay tuned, okay? So if you think this is really a nice dental office, we are here to help. You know, if you are thinking about some cosmetic dentistry or implant dentistry, or you just need to find a new dentist, we are here to help you guys. We are located in Princeton, New Jersey, and it's Blanche Dental. Everything is gonna be in the show notes. And if you need a second opinion, we'll be more than happy to help you as well, okay? And don't forget, take care of your teeth because they will take care of you. Until then, keep smiling with Dr. Saad. Have a good one, everybody.